My son, my daughter, I need you to stop everything you're doing right now. Turn off the sound around you. Silence the voices. Because what I'm about to reveal to you isn't just another message. This is a prophetic word that will change the course of your life forever. I saw you scrolling through your feed, searching for an answer, searching for a sign. And it's no coincidence that you're here now. It was I who guided your finger to this video. It was I who stopped you in this moment. Because the time has come for me to speak directly to your heart about something you've been asking for, crying over, and begging for in secret. I saw every tear you shed when you thought no one was watching. I heard every whispered prayer in the wee hours of the morning when despair gripped your chest. I was present every night. You wondered if I was truly listening. And today, I come to tell you, son, daughter, I have never forgotten you, not for a second. Every moment of pain, every injustice, every humiliation you suffered, everything is recorded in my book, and the day has come for my justice to manifest in your life. The day has come for me to completely turn your situation around. You've been carrying a weight you weren't meant to carry alone. You've been fighting battles I should have been fighting for you. You've been trying to open doors with your own hands when I already had the key ready. But today, that changes. Today, I come to tell you that the house you've been dreaming of, the house that represents your stability, your peace, your new beginning, this house already has your name written on it. I'm not talking about some distant future. I'm not talking about maybes or who knows. I'm talking about a promise that has already been decreed in heaven. And when I decree something in heaven, heaven and earth move to make it manifest. You've been praying for it. You've been crying for it. You've been waiting for it. And I've heard every word, every sigh, every groan of your spirit. And now I tell you, the time has come. The heavenly clock is marking the exact hour of your turning point. The key is already turning in the lock. Doors that have been locked for years are about to swing open wide, and no one, absolutely no one, can close what I open. But I need you to understand something very important. This word didn't come to you by chance. It wasn't the algorithm. It wasn't luck. It was divine intervention. I moved heaven and earth so that at this moment, on this day, at this very hour, you would hear what I have to say to you, because there's a purpose in this. There's a plan. There's a promise being fulfilled right now as you listen to me. And if your heart is racing, if you feel a tightness in your chest, if something inside you is confirming that this word is specifically for you, write Amen, Lord, in the comments now, because this act of obedience opens the door to what I have already prepared for you. I know you're tired of waiting. I know you've wanted to give up. I know there were times when you looked to the sky and asked, God, how long? And I answer you today, it's no longer how long, it's now, it's today. It's this moment. Because I didn't bring you this far to abandon you halfway. I didn't sustain you through every battle only to abandon you before victory. I didn't save every tear from you to ignore your cries. Everything has a purpose, everything has a time, and your time has come. The house I promised you is not just a physical place. It's a symbol of my faithfulness. It's proof that I keep my promises. It's living testimony that those who trust in me will never be put to shame. And when you enter that house, when you set foot on that floor, when you close that door behind you, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that it was my hand that brought you there. It wasn't your strength, it wasn't your connections, it wasn't your bank account, it was me. It's always been me, and it will always be me. So take a deep breath now, calm your heart, and receive this word as if I was speaking directly into your ear, because that's exactly what's happening. I am speaking to you. I am seeing you, I am hearing you, and I am acting in your life right now. My son, my daughter, I need you to know something that will touch your heart deeply. I saw every tear you shed in secret, those tears you quickly wiped away before anyone noticed. Those tears that fell onto your pillow in the dead of night when you thought you were completely alone. Those tears you held back all day and only let fall when you finally closed your bedroom door. I saw them all, every single one, and not only saw them, I kept every single one of them. Because to me, your tears are not insignificant. They are precious, they are valuable. They are the silent cry of your heart that reached my throne. I know the pain you carry that no one else knows. That pain you hide behind a forced smile. That anguish that tightens your chest when you're alone. That fear that wakes you in the middle of the night and won't let you go back to sleep. I know everything. I saw you trying to be strong when inside you were crumbling. I saw you getting out of bed even though you were powerless. I saw you moving forward even when everything inside you screamed to give up. And I want you to know that this strength didn't come from you. It was I who sustained you. It was I who gave you breath when you thought you couldn't breathe anymore. It was I who held you when your legs weakened. You were never alone, not for a second. Even when you didn't feel me, I was there. Even when you didn't see me, I was acting. Even when you thought I had forgotten you, I was preparing something so great you can't even imagine. And today, I brought you this word because the time has come for you to understand that everything you went through had a purpose. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of despair. All of this was preparing you for what I am about to do in your life. Because I don't waste pain, I don't waste suffering. I transform everything into testimony. I transform everything into victory. I transform everything into glory. But now, I need to ask you for something very important. Right now, as you listen to me, there's someone in your contact list who's going through exactly what you've been through. Someone who's crying in secret. Someone who's thinking about giving up. Someone who's wondering if I really exist, if I really care, if I'll really do anything. And I've chosen you to be my voice for that person. I've chosen you to bring hope where there's despair. I've chosen you to be an instrument of my word in the life of someone who's about to lose faith. Share this word right now, because when you bring my hope to others, I bring provision to where you need it. You didn't come this far just to receive. You came this far to also be a channel, to be a bridge, to be a light. Because when you share what I give you, you multiply the blessing. When you spread hope, you activate provision. When you become an instrument in my hands, I open doors in your life that were previously locked. This is not just a motivational message. This is not just a pretty word. This is a prophecy. This is a promise. This is a decree from heaven to earth. And I need it to reach every broken heart, every wounded soul, every desperate life. Because I have an army of sons and daughters who need to hear that I have not forgotten them, that I have not abandoned them, that I am about to completely turn their tables, and you are part of this move. You are part of this plan. You are part of this restoration. So don't keep this word to yourself. Don't be selfish with the hope I have given you. Spread it, share it, propagate it. Because lives depend on it. Destinies depend on it. Miracles depend on it. And when you obey, when you act, when you move in faith, I move heaven and earth to honor your obedience. I open doors no man can close. I bring provision and from places you never imagined. I connect you with people who will change the course of your life. Because those who sow hope reap miracles. Those who spread faith receive provision. Those who follow my word receive my reward. My son, my daughter, what I am about to reveal to you now is not for everyone. This is a specific, targeted, personalized prophetic word for you. I do not speak generically. I do not use empty words. When I speak with purpose, with intention, with power. And at this moment, I am speaking directly to your spirit about something that is about to manifest in your life. You need to understand that I chose this channel, this space, this place to be an altar where I pour out my revelations. It is no coincidence that thousands of sons and daughters come here seeking a word. It is because I established this place as a meeting point between heaven and earth, as a portal where my voice traverses the dimensions and reaches broken hearts, wounded souls, desperate lives. And today you are here because I brought you, I guided you, I led you to this exact moment so that you could hear what I have to say to you. This word about the house that is already yours is not a vague metaphor. This isn't a motivational speech. It's a prophetic decree. It's a promise sealed with my blood. It's a covenant I'm making with you right now. And I need you to understand the seriousness of this. When I decree something, the angels move, the heavens open, circumstances align, doors unlock, and the impossible becomes possible. You've been praying for a sign. You've been crying out for confirmation. You've been pleading for an answer. And this is your answer. This is your sign. This is your confirmation. I'm telling you now, clearly, directly, undeniably, the house you've been dreaming of has already been released from heaven. The decree has already been signed. The order has already been given, and it's only a matter of time until you see with your natural eyes what is already established in the spiritual world. But I don't want you to just receive this word and walk away. I don't want you to hear only this promise and forget. I have much more to reveal to you. I have much more to tell you. I have much more to show you. Because the plan I have for your life is not limited to a house. The house is just the beginning. It's just the first manifestation of a series of miracles I will perform in your life. It's just the gateway to a new time, a new season, a new dimension of blessings you've never experienced before. And I use this channel to guide you step by step on this journey, to reveal heavenly strategies to you, to show you the times and seasons, to prepare you for what's coming, because I do nothing without first revealing it to my servants. I do not move without first warning. I do not act without first preparing. Like this video now and subscribe to this channel, because I have specific prophetic words for every area of your life that you cannot miss. Each video I release here is a piece of the puzzle of your victory. Each word I speak is a key that opens a different door. Each revelation I bring is a map that guides you to the next level. And if you miss a word, you could miss crucial instruction. If you miss a revelation, you could miss important timing. If you miss a video, you could lose the key that unlocks the door you've been trying to open for years. I don't want you to miss anything. I don't want you to fall behind. I don't want you to stumble due to lack of knowledge or lack of direction. That's why I established this space. That's why I consecrated this channel. That's why I anointed this altar, so that you have direct access to my voice, my instructions, my revelations. And when you subscribe, you're not just pressing a button. You're saying, Lord, I want to hear more from you. I want to know your plans. I want to walk in your ways. And this attitude of heart pleases me. This pursuit honors me. This thirst moves me to pour out even more. So don't let this word pass. Don't let this moment slip away. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Because I am speaking, I am revealing, I am guiding. And you need to be connected to hear everything I have to say to you in the coming days, the coming weeks, the coming months. Your victory is coming, your home is coming, your miracle is on its way. And I will guide you every step of the way. My son, my daughter, I know exactly what you've been through. I know every detail of your story. I've been there for every difficult moment, every painful situation, every circumstance that made you question whether there would be a better tomorrow. I know those endless nights where you lay awake staring at the ceiling, calculating and recalculating the bills, trying to find a solution that seemed to exist. Those nights where you picked up the bills, laid them on the table, and no matter how many times you added or subtracted, the result was always the same. There was no way to pay everything. I saw you holding those bills with trembling hands. I saw the desperation in your eyes when you realized the money wasn't going to be enough. I saw you trying to decide which bill to pay first, which could be delayed a little longer, which was more urgent, and I saw the anguish this caused in your heart. That feeling of helplessness, of failure, of sinking without being able to find anything to hold on to. I know you worked hard. I know you did everything in your power. I know you didn't get into this situation through laziness or irresponsibility. You fought, you struggled, you gave your best, but even then, it never seemed enough. It seemed like the harder you worked, the more debts grew. The harder you tried to get out of the hole, the deeper you sank. And I saw it all, every effort, every attempt, every silent struggle. But it wasn't just the financial hardship I saw. I also saw the humiliation you suffered. That humiliation that cut deep into your soul. When those people looked down on you, when they treated you as if you were inferior, when they made you feel small, insignificant, invisible, I was there. I saw the pain in your eyes when someone belittled you. I felt the wound in your heart when they mocked your dreams. I heard the heavy silence that fell over you when they said you'd never make it, that you weren't capable, that you were wasting your time, and you swallowed those words. You held back the tears. You pretended it didn't hurt, but I know it did. I know those words echoed in your mind for days, weeks, months. I know you came to believe them. You came to think that maybe they were right, that maybe you really weren't capable, that maybe you really didn't deserve more than that. But I'm here today to tell you that they were wrong, completely wrong, because they judged you by appearances, they judged you by circumstances, they judged you by the moment you were living. But I judge you by the potential I placed within you. I see you not for who you are now, but for who I created you to be. And I created you for so much more than humiliation. I created you for so much more than scarcity. I created you for so much more than contempt. I saw you when you went to work and others took credit for your efforts. I saw you when you contributed ideas and someone else got promoted because of them. I saw you when you were loyal, dedicated, committed, and yet you were ignored, forgotten, and left aside. And every one of these injustices is recorded in my book. Nothing went unnoticed. Nothing was in vain. Nothing will be forgotten, because I am a God of justice, and the time has come for my justice to manifest itself in your life. I saw you when you needed help and the door was closed in your face. I saw you when you reached out and no one held it. I saw you when you cried out for help and people turned their backs. And that made you feel abandoned. It made you feel alone. It made you question if anyone really cared. But I want you to know that I never turned my back on you. I never closed the door. I never abandoned you. Even when you didn't feel me, I was there. Even when you thought you were alone, I was by your side. Even when it seemed like no one cared, I cared. Your every tear is saved. Your every pain is recorded. Every injustice you suffered is written in my memorial, and I do not forget, I do not ignore, I do not let it pass, because you are my son, you are my daughter, and no one touches my children without being accountable to me. My son, my daughter, I saw how hard you worked and others took the credit. I saw how you arrived early and left late, how dedicated you were, how you gave your best to every task, every project, every responsibility you were given. You didn't do things halfway. You didn't procrastinate. You didn't pretend to work. You truly committed. You truly put your heart into what you did. And I saw it all. I saw the overtime you worked without pay. I saw the nights you took work home because you wanted to deliver something excellent. I saw the weekends you sacrificed, the family time you missed, the rest you forego, all because you were committed, because you were responsible, because you believed that if you did a good job, you would be recognized. But that's not what happened. I saw when you presented that brilliant idea and someone else received the applause. I saw when you solved that complex problem and someone else got the promotion. I saw you carry the team on your shoulders, and when it came time to hand out the honors, your name wasn't even mentioned. And that hurt. It frustrated you. It made you question whether it was worth continuing to strive, because it seemed like no matter how much you did, it was never enough. It seemed like no matter how dedicated you were, someone always got ahead of you. And I saw the injustice of that. I saw how you were treated unequally. I saw how you were denied opportunities you deserved. I saw how doors were closed in your face, even when you had all the qualifications, all the skills, all the necessary ability. It wasn't a lack of preparation. It wasn't a lack of talent. It wasn't a lack of effort. It was pure injustice. It was favoritism. It was bias. And I saw it all. I saw when you applied for that position and they chose someone less qualified just because they had connections. I saw when you were passed over not because of incompetence, but because of envy. I saw you sabotaged, not because you were bad, but precisely because you were too good, and that bothered them. And I want you to know that none of this went unnoticed by my eyes. Every injustice is recorded. Every door unjustly closed is noted. Every time they stole what was rightfully yours, I saw it. And I am a God of justice. I do not let the innocent be trampled on forever. I do not allow the unjust to prevail eternally. I do not remain indifferent when my children are treated with contempt. There comes a time when I say, enough. There comes a time when I intervene. There comes a time when I completely turn the tables, and that time has come for you. The time has come for me to bring justice to your life. The time has come for me to open the doors that men have closed. The time has come for me to promote you when men have degraded you. The time has come for me to exalt you when men have humiliated you, because promotion comes neither from the east nor the west. Promotion comes from me, and when I promote, no one demotes. When I open, no one closes. When I exalt, no one humiliates. And I am about to do something in your life so great, so visible, so undeniable, that those who despised you will have to acknowledge that it was my hand at work. Those who ignored you will have to admit that I was with you. Those who closed doors in your face will have to see you walk through doors they never knew existed. Write 7,777 inches, the comments now, because this number activates my divine intervention in your situation and accelerates the justice I have already decreed. Because I won't just give you what was denied, I'll give you much more. I won't just restore what was stolen from you, I'll multiply it. I won't just put you where you deserve to be, I'll take you to a place you never dreamed of reaching, because my justice isn't just corrective, it's restorative. It's multiplying, it's abundant, and when I administer justice, I do it completely. I don't leave loose ends, I don't do it halfway. I restore everything, I return everything. I multiply everything. So get ready, because what I'm about to do in your life will leave everyone speechless. People will ask, how did this happen? Where did this come from? How did he do it? And you will answer with complete confidence, it was God. It was God's justice. It was the hand of God, and no one will be able to deny it. My son, my daughter, I saw how you fought in silence. That fight no one else knew about. That battle you fought alone in your room, in your mind, in your heart. You didn't go around telling everyone what you were going through. You didn't expose your pain on social media. You didn't make a fuss. You simply kept going. You got out of bed every day, even when you had no strength. You put a smile on your face, even when your heart was broken. You kept going, even when everything inside you screamed for you to stop. And I saw every step of that journey. I saw when you woke up in the middle of the night with your mind racing, worried about tomorrow, anguished about the future, unsure of how you were going to solve the problems that were piling up. I saw when you knelt and prayed, even though you couldn't feel my presence, even though you couldn't hear my voice, even though you thought your prayers weren't reaching anywhere, but they did. Every word, every plea, every moan, everything reached me, and I listened. I always listened. Even when you didn't feel me, I was there. Even when you thought I had abandoned you, I was holding you. Because there were times when the only thing that kept you standing was my invisible hand holding you up. You thought it was your own strength, but it wasn't. It was me. It was always me. Because if it were up to you alone, you would have fallen long ago. You would have given up. You would have thrown everything away and said, I can't take it anymore. But you didn't. You kept going. And do you know why? Because I put within you a strength you didn't even know you had. Because I breathed life into you when you thought you were going to suffocate. Because I held your legs when they weakened. Because I sustained your mind when it was about to collapse. I saw you keep your faith even when everything seemed impossible. When circumstances screamed one thing and you chose to believe in me. When logic told you there was no way, and you decided to trust my word. When people told you to give up, and you stubbornly kept believing. This wasn't naivety, this wasn't illusion, this was faith, true faith, faith that pleases my heart, faith that moves my hand. Because it's easy to have faith when everything is going well. It's easy to believe when things are working. It's easy to trust when you see the results. But you believed in the dark. You trusted in the desert, you kept faith in the valley, and that is invaluable to me. I saw you when you wanted to give up, but didn't. When you thought about throwing everything away, but took a deep breath and kept going. When you reached your limit, but found strength, you didn't know where it came from. And I want you to know that this strength came from me. Every time you said, I'll try one more day. Every time you decided, I'll give it one more chance. Every time you chose, I'll believe one more time. It was me strengthening you. It was me renewing you. It was me sustaining you. And now the time has come for all that faith, all that perseverance, all that endurance to be rewarded. The time has come for you to reap what you sowed in tears. The time has come for you to see the fruit of all you sowed in pain, because I waste nothing. Every tear you shed will become a testimony. Every night of anguish will become a story of victory. Every moment of despair will become a reason for praise. And when people look at you and ask, how did you do it? You will say, it was God. When they ask, how did you endure? You will say, it was God. When they ask, where did your strength come from? You will say, it was God. But I didn't bring you here just for you to receive and keep to yourself. I brought you here for you to become an instrument, for you to be a channel, for you to be a voice. Because right now, There is someone you know who is going through the same silent struggle you went through. Someone who is keeping faith in the impossible. Someone who is resisting even when they want to give up. Share this word now, because your obedience in spreading hope activates the provision I have already prepared for your own life. You are not just a recipient of my grace. You are a propagator. You are not just a beneficiary of my mercy. You are an ambassador. And when you bring my word to those in need, when you spread hope where there is despair, when you share faith where there is doubt, I multiply in you what you are sowing in others. For this is the law of my kingdom. He who gives, receives. He who sows, reaps. He who blesses is blessed. My son, my daughter, now I need you to stop and listen with complete attention to what I am about to decree over your life. This is not just any word. This is not a generic message. This is a specific, targeted prophecy sealed with my power. And I want you to receive this not as a distant possibility, not as a maybe in the future, but as a decree that is already established in heaven. Listen carefully. This house is already yours today, not tomorrow, not in a few years, not when circumstances improve. Today, now, this very moment, because in the spiritual realm, where I operate, where I decree, where I establish, this house already has your name written on it. The deed has already been signed in heaven. The document has already been sealed with my blood. Ownership has already been transferred into your hands. And when I decree something in the spiritual world, it is only a matter of time before it manifests in the natural world. I am not giving you empty hope. I am not offering you illusion. I am not making you promises I cannot keep. I am the God who does not lie. I am the God who does not fail. I am the God who does not go back on my word. And when I say this house is already yours, you can be absolutely certain that it is. It may not yet be in your physical hands. You may not yet have the keys in your pocket. You may not yet be living inside it. But in the spiritual world, where things are established before they manifest, it is already yours. And the heavenly clock is counting down the last seconds for this to become visible to your natural eyes. The key is already turning in the lock. You don't see it yet, but I see it. You don't hear it yet, but I hear it. The mechanism is already in motion. The gears are already turning. The angels are already working. Circumstances are already aligning. The right people are already being placed. The right doors are already being opened. And all of this is happening right now as you listen to Emmy. You have been praying for this house. You have been dreaming about it. You've been envisioning what it would be like to have a place of your own, a true home, a space where you could finally rest, where you could put down roots, where you could build memories. And I heard every one of those prayers. I saw every one of those dreams. I felt every one of those desires in your heart. And I decided to give it to you. Not because you deserved it on your own merits, not because you achieved it through your own strength, but because I chose to bless you, because I chose to favor you, because I wanted to demonstrate my goodness in your life. This house isn't just a property. It's not just bricks and mortar. It's not just walls and a roof. This house is a symbol. It's a symbol of my faithfulness. It's proof that I keep my promises. It's evidence that those who trust in me are never ashamed. It's living testimony that I care for my children. And when you enter this house, when you set foot on that floor for the first time, when you look around and realize that this is truly yours, you will fall to your knees and say, God, you did this. It wasn't me, it was you. Because you will know without a shadow of a doubt that it was my hand that provided. It was my favor that paved the way. It was my power that made the impossible possible. And this house will be just the beginning, Because I didn't bring you here to give you just one blessing and then stop. I brought you here to show you that I am the God of more than enough. I am the God of abundance. I am the God who exceeds expectations. And if I am giving you a house today, imagine what else I have prepared for you in the coming days, the coming weeks, the coming months. Enjoy this video now as an amen that echoes in heaven, and subscribe to continue receiving prophetic decrees over your life. Because every like you give isn't just a casual click. It's a declaration of faith. It's you saying, Lord, I believe in your word. I receive what you are decreeing. I agree with what you are establishing. And when you subscribe to this channel, you are saying, Lord, I want to hear more. I want to receive more. I want to know more of your plans for me. And this attitude pleases me. This attitude honors me. This pursuit moves me to pour out even more upon you. So don't let this moment pass. Don't ignore this decree. Don't belittle this word, because it is powerful, it is true, it is effective, and it will be fulfilled in your life exactly as I am declaring it now. My son, my daughter, I want you to understand something very important about God's timing. There is a clock in heaven, a heavenly clock that marks not the seconds and minutes of human time, but the exact moments, the appointed times, the seasons established for each promise to be fulfilled in the lives of my children. And this clock is ticking now. It is marking the exact hour of your turning point. It is signaling the precise moment when everything I promised will manifest before your eyes. You don't see this clock. You don't hear its ticking, but I see it, I hear it, and I tell you, only a few seconds left, only a few moments left. Very little time left before the alarm rings and announces that your time has come, the time of your restoration, the time of your provision, the time of your victory. And no one can advance this clock. No one can delay it, because it works according to my sovereignty, according to my wisdom, according to my perfect plan for your life. There were times when you felt it was taking too long, when you questioned why it hadn't happened yet, where you wondered if it would ever really happen. But I was just waiting for the right time, the perfect time, the time when everything would be aligned so that when the blessing arrived, it would remain. Because I don't give temporary blessings. I don't perform half-hearted miracles. When I bless completely, lastingly, in a way that no one can reverse. And at this very moment, the key is already turning in the lock. Do you feel it? Do you perceive it? There's something shifting in the spiritual world. There's something moving. There's something happening that your natural eyes haven't yet grasped, but your spirit is feeling. It's the key turning. It's the door opening. It's the path being freed. That door that has been locked for so long. That door you tried to open with your own hands and couldn't. That door you knocked, pushed, forced, and it wouldn't budge. That door is opening now, not because you found the right strength, not because you discovered the right technique, but because I, the holder of all keys, have decided to open it for you. And when I open, no one closes. When I release, no one blocks. When I decree passage, no one can stop it. These doors that have been closed for years, for entire seasons of your life, are about to fly open, and you will enter, you will pass through, you will possess what is on the other side, and you will look back and understand why it took you so long. You will understand why I waited. You will understand that if it had happened earlier, you wouldn't have been prepared. You wouldn't have been mature. You wouldn't have been ready to handle what I was about to give you. But now you are. Now the time has come. Now is the moment. And I want you to understand that this doesn't depend on your strength. It doesn't depend on your ability. It doesn't depend on how smart you are, how skilled you are, how competent you are. It depends on me. It depends on my word. It depends on my decree. It depends on my sovereign will over your life. It doesn't depend on your connections. It doesn't matter who you know or who you don't know. It doesn't matter if you have influential contacts or if you are alone. Because I am the connection you need. I am the door you need to walk through. I am the favor you need to receive. And when I connect you with the right people, in the right places, at the right times. It doesn't depend on your bank account. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how much you don't have. It doesn't matter if your financial situation is good or bad, because I don't need your money to bless you. I create resources where there are none. I open springs where there were none. I make provision appear from places you never imagined. This depends on my word, and my word never fails. It never returns empty. It never fails to be fulfilled. When I speak, it happens. When I decree, it is established. When I promise, it is fulfilled. It may take as long as necessary, but it will happen. Because I am the God who does not lie. I am the God who does not change his mind. I am the God who does not give up on his children. I am the God who opens paths in the desert. When there is no road, I create. When there is no way out, I open. When everything seems impossible, I make the possible happen. I am the God who rains provision on dry ground. When everything is arid, when everything is barren, when it seems nothing can grow there, I send rain, I send abundance, I send plenty, and suddenly that dry land transforms into a garden. That desert transforms into an oasis. That impossible situation transforms into a testimony of a miracle. I am the God who transforms the darkest night into the most glorious dawn, and your dawn has arrived. Light is already breaking on the horizon. The sun is already rising, and in a few moments you will clearly see what I have prepared for you. My son, my daughter, I need you to understand something that will free you from all anxiety, all pressure, all the weight you've been carrying. This house I'm giving you doesn't depend on you. It doesn't depend on your effort. It doesn't depend on your ability to make it happen. It doesn't depend on you chasing it, on you bending over backwards, on you juggling 1,000 things to achieve it. It depends on me, only me. And this should bring deep relief to your heart, because you've been trying to make it happen with your own strength. You've been trying to open doors with your own hands. You've been trying to create opportunities with your own resources, and you've been exhausted in the process. You've been tired, you've been frustrated, because you were trying to do what only I can do. You were trying to carry a weight that only I can carry. You were trying to operate in the supernatural with natural tools, and that doesn't work. That's not how my kingdom operates. In my kingdom, I do. I operate. I provide. I open. I create. I establish. And you just believe. You just receive. You just trust. Your part isn't to make it happen. Your part is to believe that I will make it happen. Your part isn't to open the doors. Your part is to trust that I will open them. Your part isn't to create the resources. Your part is to believe that I will provide. And when you understand this, when you truly understand that the responsibility is mine and not yours, something changes. Anxiety disappears. Despair dissipates. Fear loses its power. Because you realize it's not in your weak hands. It's in my powerful hands. It's not in your limited capacity. It's in my unlimited capacity. It's not in your meager resources. It's in my infinite resources. I am the God who does the impossible. I am the God who parts the sea. I am the God who tears down walls. I am the God who multiplies loaves of bread. I am the God who turns water into wine. I am the God who raises the dead. And if I can do all this, do you think I can't give you a house? Do you think this is too difficult for me? Do you think this is beyond my capacity? It's not. It's simple for Emmy. It's easy for Emmy. It's natural for Emmy to bless my children. It's natural for Emmy to provide for those I love. It's natural for me to fulfill what I promise. So stop trying to make it happen. Stop despairing. Stop thinking it depends on you, because it doesn't. It never has. It never will. It depends on me, and I've already decided. I've already decreed. I've already established. Now all that's left is for you to receive. All that's left is for you to believe. All that's left is for you to open your hands and accept what I'm giving you, because I can't place in your hands what you're not willing to receive. I can't give you what you don't believe you can have. I can't manifest in your life what you don't believe I can do. So I need you to believe. I need you to receive. I need you to declare with your mouth, with your actions, with your choices, that you trust me, that you believe me, word, that you accept my promise. And one of the simplest ways you can do this right now is through an act of faith. A gesture that may seem small, but in the spiritual world carries enormous weight. Enjoy this video now as a declaration of faith, saying to heaven, Lord, I believe your word, and I receive what you have decreed, because that isn't just a casual click. It's not just an automatic gesture. When you do it with intention, with faith, with purpose, it becomes a spiritual declaration. It's you saying, I agree with what God is saying. I accept what God is promising. I receive what God is decreeing. And when you declare this, when you agree with my word, something is activated in the spiritual world. Something moves, something accelerates. Because faith is the fuel that makes God's promises manifest. Faith is the key that unlocks blessings. Faith is the bridge between the spiritual world and the natural world. And when you act in faith, even if it's through a simple gesture, you are building that bridge. You are opening the way. You are releasing manifestation. So don't belittle small acts of obedience. Don't ignore simple gestures of faith, because they have power, they have authority, they have consequences in the spiritual world. And I honor those who honor me. I reward those who trust me. I bless those who believe in my word. This house is already yours, not because you'll earn it, not because you'll deserve it, not because you'll work for it, but because I decided to give it to you, because I chose to bless you, because I wanted to demonstrate my love, my faithfulness, my kindness in your life. And all you need to do is believe and receive, trust and accept, rest and let me do what only I can do. My son, my daughter, now I need you to hear something that will completely change the way you see your battles. I am your justice. Let these words sink deep into your heart. I am your justice. This means you don't have to fight your own battles. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to seek revenge. You don't have to try to take justice into your own hands. Because I have taken on this responsibility. I have taken this cause upon myself. I have decided I will fight for you. And when I fight, I don't lose. When I defend, no one accuses. When I deliver justice, no one denies it. You have been trying to defend yourself alone. You have been trying to prove your worth. You have been trying to show people they were wrong about you, and it has worn you down. It has consumed you. It has stolen your peace, because you are fighting a battle that is not yours to fight. It is mine. It has always been mine. And I am telling you now, let go. Give it to me. Let me take care of this. Let me do what only I can do, because I will bring justice to your life in a way you could never do alone. I will defend you in a way no lawyer could. I will exalt you in a way no amount of self-promotion could. I will vindicate you in a way that will leave everyone speechless. Those who humiliated you, those who mocked you, those who despised you, those who said you would never amount to anything, those who stepped on you, those who used and discarded you, they will all see your victory. They won't just hear about it, they will see it with their own eyes. They will witness it firsthand. They will witness the turnaround I will bring about in your life, and they won't be able to deny it. They won't be able to ignore it. They won't be able to pretend they didn't see it, because I will do something so great, so visible, so undeniable, that even those who despised you will have to acknowledge that it was my hand at work. Even those who humiliated you will have to admit that I was with you. Even those who rejected you will have to see you accepted, celebrated, honored. And this isn't about you getting revenge. It's not about you rubbing it in anyone's face. It's about my justice being manifested. It's about my faithfulness being proven. It's about my name being glorified through your story. Because when people see what I did for you, when they see where I took you from and where I took you, when they see how I transformed your story, they won't talk about you. They'll talk about me. They won't give you credit. They'll give me credit, and that's exactly what I want. May your life be a living testament to my power. May your victory be proof of my faithfulness. May your story be a megaphone that announces to the world, God is real, God is faithful, God does not abandon his children. Share this word now as a prophetic act, declaring your victory before you even see it, because in my time it has already happened. Because when you share before you see, when you declare before you manifest, when you witness before you experience, you are operating in faith. And faith is what moves my hand. Faith is what accelerates my plans. Faith is what brings the spiritual world to the natural world. So share as if your victory has already happened. Share as if you were already living in that house. Share as if justice has already been served. Because in my time, which is the time that truly matters, it has already happened. In the spiritual world, where things are established before they manifest, your victory is already decreed. Your justice has already been executed. Your exaltation has already been determined. All that remains is to appear in the natural world. All that remains is to become visible to human eyes. All that remains is to manifest tangibly, and it is about to happen. It is closer than you imagine. It is closer than you think, because I do not make empty promises. I do not give false hope. I do not declare things I will not fulfill. When I say, I am your justice, I am. When I say, I will fight for you, I will. When I say those who humiliated you will see your victory, they will. There is no doubt, there is no maybe, there is no possibility of it not happening. It will happen, absolutely, 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 absolutely. Because my word does not fail, my decree does not return void, my promise does not go unfulfilled. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders, dry your tears, because the time of humiliation has passed, the time of contempt is over, the time of injustice is over. Now is the time of my justice. Now is the time of your exaltation. Now is the time of your victory. And no one, absolutely no one, will be able to stop what I have already decreed for you. My son, my daughter, I need you to understand something that will bring deep peace to your heart. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to keep explaining your life to people. You don't need to justify your choices. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to convince anyone that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you deserve respect. Because when you have me as your defender, you don't need anything else. You've wasted energy trying to make people understand you. You've wasted time trying to prove them wrong about you. You've worn yourself out trying to prove your worth to those who don't have eyes to see, and I'm telling you today, stop. Stop trying. Stop striving. Stop justifying yourself. Because you don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. You don't need their recognition. You have my approval, and that is more than enough. When I approve, it doesn't matter who disapproves. When I validate, it doesn't matter who invalidates. When I acknowledge, it doesn't matter who ignores. And I acknowledge you. I see you. I value you. I know exactly who you are, what you're capable of, and where I'm taking you. People judge by appearances. They judge by circumstances. They judge by what they see on the surface. But I see the heart. I see the potential. I see the purpose. I see the greatness I've placed within you, and that will yet manifest. So let me be your advocate. Let me speak for you. Let me prove who you are through the works I will do in your life. Because no word of yours will convince anyone who has already decided not to believe in you. But the works I will perform in your life will silence all critics. They will silence all mockers. They will make all doubters swallow their words. And you won't need to say a thing. You just need to live. You just need to walk in the blessing I will pour out. You just need to dwell in the victory I will establish. And your life will speak for you. Your story will testify for you. Your transformation will defend you better than any argument you could use. But I also need you to understand that even though I am your defender, you are still in a battle. You are still in a spiritual war. And every warrior needs strategy. Every soldier needs instruction. Every combatant needs direction. And I use this channel to equip my warriors, to give them heavenly strategies, to reveal the enemy's plans, to show them how to position themselves, how to move, how to act in every season, in every battle, in every challenge. Because I do not leave you helpless. I do not send you to war unarmed. I do not place you on the battlefield untrained. I equip you. I prepare you. I empower you. And part of this equipment comes through the words I release here, the revelations I bring, the instructions I give. Subscribe to this channel now, because I use this space to equip you with heavenly strategies for every battle you will face. Each video is a weapon. Each word is ammunition. Each revelation is a war tactic that will give you an advantage over the enemy. And you cannot go into battle unprepared. You cannot face the enemy without knowing the strategies of heaven. You cannot fight without knowing what I am saying, what I am revealing, what I am instructing. Because the enemy is cunning, he is strategic. He doesn't attack willy-nilly, he observes. He plans, he waits for the moment of weakness. And if you are not connected to me, if you are not listening to my voice, if you are not receiving my instructions, you may be caught off guard. You may be attacked in a moment of vulnerability. You may be struck down for not knowing how to defend yourself. But when you are connected, when you are attuned, when you are receiving the strategies of heaven, you are not caught off guard. You already know what is coming. You are already prepared. You already have the answer before the question even arises. Because I reveal to my servants what is to come. I show my children the plans before they manifest. I prepare my warriors before the battle begins. And you are one of my warriors. You are one of my soldiers. You are one of my fighters. And I will not let you go to war unprepared. I will equip you. I will train you. I will empower you. And this channel is one of the tools I use for this. So don't miss a single word. Don't ignore any instruction. Don't disregard any revelation. Because each one of them can be the difference between victory and defeat, between advancement and setback, between conquest and loss. I am equipping you. I am preparing you. I am empowering you for the greatest victory of your life. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that when I bring justice to your life, when I bring about the turnaround I have already decreed, no one will be able to deny that it was my hand. There will be no room for doubt. It will be so clear, so evident, so obvious that it was me, that even unbelievers will have to acknowledge it. Even skeptics will have to admit it. Even those who scoffed will have to shut their mouths, because I will do something in your life that defies all human logic. Something that has no natural explanation. When someone asks how you did it, the only honest answer you will be able to give is, it was God. It was God's hand. It was God's favor. And this confession will glorify my name. But there is more, because I will not just bring justice, I will restore. I will return everything the enemy stole from you, every opportunity denied, every blessing blocked, every victory sabotaged. I will restore all of this, and I will not restore it in the same way. I will multiply it. Because this is my justice. When I restore double. When I return multiplied. When I restore with heavenly interest. Those years you lost, those years that seemed wasted, I will transform into testimony. I will convert them into glory, because nothing in your life was in vain. Not a single tear was wasted. Everything was preparing you for this moment, for this turning point, for this manifestation of my glory in your life. And when people look at you sometime from now, they won't believe you're the same person. They won't understand how such a radical transformation was possible, and you will tell your story. You will testify to what I did, and your story will give hope to those going through what you went through, because your victory isn't just for you. It's about what I can do. It's about my faithfulness. So prepare yourself, prepare your heart to receive, prepare your mind to witness the impossible, because when I move with power. And your life is about to become a public demonstration of my power, a living testament to my faithfulness, undeniable proof that I still perform miracles. And no one, absolutely no one, will be able to look at you and deny that it was my hand that brought you to where you will be. My son, my daughter, I will open doors in your life that no man can close. Doors you didn't even know existed. Doors that were hidden, locked, inaccessible. But when I open, no one closes. When I release, no one blocks. When I decree passage, no one can stop. And I am opening these doors for you now. Doors of opportunity, doors of provision, doors of connection, doors of favor. And you will enter them. You will pass through. You will possess what is on the other side. I will bring provision from places you never imagined, from sources you didn't know, from directions you didn't expect, because I am not limited by your resources. I don't depend on your bank account. I don't need what you have to give you what I promised. I create resources where none exist. I make provision appear from nothing. I multiply the little until it becomes much, and you will witness this. You will see with your own eyes my providing power manifesting in your life. I will connect you with people who will change the course of your life. Strategic people, influential people, people who hold the keys you need. And these connections won't be by chance. They won't be coincidences. They will be divine connections, ordained by me, established in heaven before manifesting on earth. And when you meet these people, when these doors open, when these opportunities arise, you will know it was me. You will recognize my hand. You will realize it was divine intervention. And this house you've been dreaming of, this house that represents your stability, your security, your new beginning, already has your name written on it. Not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, but because I decided to give it to you, because I chose to bless you, because I wanted to demonstrate my love for you in a tangible, visible, undeniable way. Write "I believe, Lord" in the comments now, because this public declaration of faith activates the provision I have already prepared for you. When you declare publicly, when you confess before others, when you embrace your faith without shame, something powerful happens in the spiritual world. Your declaration becomes a decree. Your words become prophecies. Your confession becomes activation. And I honor those who honor me publicly. I reward those who declare their trust in me before others. I bless those who are not ashamed to say, "I believe in the Lord." So declare now. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Because this declaration is the key that unlocks the provision I have already set aside for you. My son, my daughter, at this very moment, I am preparing divine connections for you. People you don't yet know are being positioned by me to cross your path. People who have what you need. People who will open doors you've been knocking on for years. People who will present you with opportunities you didn't even know existed. And these connections won't happen through your own efforts. They won't happen because you're good at networking. They won't happen because you know the right people. They will happen because I am orchestrating, because I am aligning, because I am connecting the dots in a way that only I can. And when these people appear in your life, you will know it was me. You will recognize my hand. You will realize it was no coincidence. I will bring provision from places you never imagined, from sources you weren't expecting, from directions you weren't looking, because I am not limited by your circumstances. I am not bound by your possibilities. I do not depend on your resources. I create paths where there are no paths. I open springs where there are no springs. I make provision flow from dry places, and you will witness this in your life. You will see money coming from where you didn't expect it. You will see opportunities arising from unlikely places. You will see doors opening at times you thought impossible, and all of this will be my work. All of this will be a manifestation of my providing power. All of this will be proof that I care for my children. You have looked at your circumstances and thought it was impossible. You have calculated your resources and concluded it was impossible. You have analyzed your possibilities and decided there was no way. But you are calculating with human mathematics. You are using natural logic. You are operating with earthly limitations, and I operate with celestial mathematics. I use divine logic. I work with supernatural possibilities. Enjoy this video now as an act of faith, agreeing that I am capable of doing impossible in your life. Because this like isn't just a click. When you do it with intention, with faith, with purpose, you're saying, "Lord, I agree with your promises. I accept your provision. I believe in your power." And when you agree with me, when you align your faith with my word, when you declare that I am capable, something activates, something moves, something is released. Because faith is the channel through which my blessings flow. Agreement is the bridge through which my provision crosses. And when you like in faith, you are building that bridge. You are opening that channel. You are releasing the flow of my abundance into your life. My son, my daughter, I need you to understand something fundamental about this provision I am bringing into your life. It doesn't come because you deserved it. It doesn't come because you earned it. It doesn't come because you were perfect. It comes because I decided to bless you, because I chose to favor you. Because I wanted to demonstrate my love for you in a tangible way. This is grace. This is undeserved favor. This is divine goodness that doesn't depend on your merits. And when you understand this, when you truly comprehend that it's not about what you did, but about what I decided to do for you, something changes in your heart. The pressure goes away, the guilt dissipates, the feeling of inadequacy loses its power, because you realize that you don't need to be perfect to be blessed. You don't need to have everything figured out to receive it. You don't need to deserve it to be favored. I bless you not because you are perfect, but because I am good. I favor you not because you earned it, but because I love you. I prosper you not because you deserve it, but because I chose to. And when I decide something, when I establish a decree, when I ordain a blessing upon the life of one of my children, heaven and earth align to make it happen. Circumstances begin to conspire in your favor. The right people begin to appear at the right time. Opportunities begin to arise at the right time. Everything falls into place. Everything connects. Everything works together for the good of those I love. You don't need to force it. You don't need to manipulate it. You don't need to make it happen. Because when I decide to bless, the blessing comes. When I decide to provide, the provision appears. When I decide to open doors, the doors open, and nothing and no one can stop what I have determined. So rest, trust, let me do what only I can do. Let me operate the way only I know how. Let me surprise you with my kindness, with my favor, with my generosity, because I am not stingy, I am not greedy, I do not give crumbs. When I bless abundantly. When I provide generously. When I give fully. And this house I'm giving you is just the beginning. It's just the first manifestation of a season of abundance I'm ushering into your life. It's just the gateway to a new level of provision you've never experienced before. Because I decided, because I chose, because I wanted. And when I want, it happens. When I decree, it happens. When I promise, it happens. Always. My son, my daughter, now I want to give you a sign. A personal confirmation. Something that will undeniably show you that this word is specifically for you. That it's not generic. That it's not for everyone. That it's targeted, specific, personalized to your life, your situation, your moment. And that sign is the number 777. In the coming days, you will start seeing this number. It could be on a clock when you look at the time. It could be on a license plate that passes in front of you. It could be on a receipt you receive. It could be in a phone number. It could be on a page in a book. It could be anywhere. But when you see it, you will know. Your heart will race. Something inside you will confirm. You will feel that this is no coincidence, that it is me speaking to you, that it is my confirmation reaching you, and I want you to understand the meaning of this number. 777 is not just any number. It is the number of divine perfection. It is the number of completeness. It is the number of the fulfilled covenant. Because the number 7 in my word represents perfection, it represents completion, it represents something that is complete. And when this number appears 3 times, 777, it is perfection multiplied. It is absolute completeness. It is the covenant sealed definitively. It is my way of saying to you, yes, my son, yes, my daughter, this word is for you. This promise is yours. This decree is being fulfilled right now in your life. Do not doubt, do not question, do not let the enemy steal your faith, because I am confirming, I am sealing, I am guaranteeing that what I have spoken will come to pass. And when you see this number, I want you to do something very important. I don't want you to simply recognize the sign and move on. I don't want you to simply smile and mentally thank. I want you to act. I want you to obey. I want you to respond to the sign with an act of faith. When you see the number 777, share this word immediately, because that is the exact moment when someone in your network needs this confirmation. Because the sign is not just for you, it is also for someone through you. When I show you 777, I am telling you, now is the time. Now is the moment for you to be my voice. Now is the instant for you to spread this word. And there is a spiritual reason for this. When you obey at the moment of the sign, when you act exactly as I instruct you, when you respond immediately to my direction, you are demonstrating active faith. You are showing that you not only hear, but obey. You not only receive, but share. You not only believe, but act. And this immediate obedience multiplies the blessing in your life. It accelerates the fulfillment of the promise. It activates provisions that were waiting for your response. Because I honor those who obey me, I reward those who act in faith. I bless those who not only hear my voice, but respond to it. So stay alert, keep watching, because the sign will appear. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be in the next few days, but it will appear. And when it appears, you will know it is me. You will feel it in your spirit. You will recognize my voice. And in that moment, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, don't put it off. Share immediately, obey instantly, act without delay, because that will be a prophetic moment. A moment of alignment between heaven and earth. A moment where your obedience will release blessings not only for you, but for all who receive the word through you. And I want you to know that this sign is not superstition. It's not mysticism. It's not numerology. It's me using something simple, something tangible, something visible to confirm my word in your heart. It's me giving you an anchor, a reference point, proof that I am speaking, I am acting, I am fulfilling what I promised. Because I know you need confirmation. I know your faith sometimes wavers. I know you sometimes doubt whether you truly heard my voice. And I don't condemn you for that. I understand. That's why I give you signs. That's why I give you confirmation. That's why I show you in practical ways that I am with you, that I hear you, that I am working in your life. So when 777 appears, remember this word, remember this promise. Remember that I told you this house is already yours. And let that number be the seal, the confirmation, the guarantee that everything I said will come to pass exactly as I declared. My son, my daughter, I don't want you to just wait to see the sign. I don't want you to sit passively waiting for the number to appear. I want you to do something now, something that demonstrates even greater faith, a faith that doesn't need to see to believe, a faith that declares before witnessing, a faith that acts before experiencing. Because there are two kinds of faith. There's the faith that believes when it sees, and there's the faith that believes before it sees. The first is good, but the second is powerful. The first pleases my heart, but the second moves my hand. The first receives blessings, but the second multiplies blessings. And I want to challenge you now to operate at this higher level of faith. At this level where you don't need physical confirmation to declare, where you don't need to see the number to believe, where you don't need tangible proof to trust. You simply believe because I spoke. You simply trust because I promised. You simply declare because I decreed. And this is the faith that truly transforms realities. This is the faith that changes circumstances. This is the faith that brings the spiritual world into the natural world. Because when you declare before you see, you are saying, Lord, your word is sufficient for me. I don't need extra signs. I don't need additional confirmations. Your word is enough. And this honors me deeply. It touches my heart in a special way. It moves me to act with even greater power in your life. Write 7,777 inches, the comments now, declaring the sign before you see it, because that is the faith that moves my hands mightily. Because when you write this number before physically seeing it, you are making a prophetic declaration. You are saying, I believe even without seeing it. I trust even without proof. I accept even without tangible confirmation. And this declaration carries enormous weight in the spiritual world. It activates angels. It moves mountains. It accelerates processes. It releases provisions. It unlocks blessings that were waiting for your declaration of faith. Because there are things in the spiritual realm that only manifest when you declare them. There are blessings that are only released when you prophesy. There are promises that are only fulfilled when you act in advance in faith. And the 7,777 you are about to write is not just a number. It is a decree. It is a prophecy. It is a declaration that you are aligned with what I am doing, that you agree with what I am saying, that you receive what I am promising. And when you do this publicly, when you declare it before others, when you are not ashamed to show your faith, something powerful happens. Because a public declaration has an authority that a private declaration does not. When you declare it only in your heart, it's good. But when you declare it publicly, it's powerful. When you confess only in secret prayer, I hear. But when you confess before others, I act. Because public declaration is an act of courage. It's an act of commitment. It's an act of faith that is not ashamed. And I honor those who are not ashamed of me. I reward those who confess me publicly. I bless those who declare their faith without fear of what others will think. So don't be afraid to write 7,777. Don't be ashamed to declare it publicly. Don't worry about what others will think, because this declaration is not for them, it's for me. It's between you and me. It's a covenant you are making with me right now. And when you write that number, you are saying, Lord, I make a covenant with you now. I declare that I believe your word. I prophesy that your promise will be fulfilled in my life. I accept that this house is already mine, and this covenant commits me. This covenant binds me. Not because I am forced, but because I choose to honor those who honor me, because I decide to bless those who trust in me, because I determine to fulfill what I promise to those who believe. And you are believing, you are trusting, you are declaring, and I will fulfill, I will manifest, I will accomplish everything I have spoken. Because the faith you are demonstrating now, the faith that declares before seeing, the faith that prophesies before experiencing, this is the faith that moves heaven and earth. This is the faith that makes the impossible happen. This is the faith that transforms promises into reality. So declare, write, prophesy, and prepare to see what I will do. Prepare to witness the fulfillment. Prepare to experience the manifestation, because when you act in faith, I act in power. When you declare in confidence, I manifest in glory. When you prophesy in certainty, I fulfill in fullness. My son, my daughter, I want you to understand something very important about this sign I'm giving you. It's not generic. It's not for everyone. It's specifically for you. Because I don't speak vaguely. I don't communicate impersonally. I don't give random signals. When I speak to you. When I confirm for you. When I give a signal, it's targeted, personalized, specific to your life, your situation, your moment. And the 777 you're about to see, or that you've already seen, or that you're about to see, is my way of telling you, I see you, I know you. I know exactly who you are and what you're going through. And this word didn't come to you by chance. I brought you here. I stopped you in this video. I made you listen to this point because I had something specific to tell you, something you needed to hear, something that will change the course of your story. And I don't want you to miss anything I have to reveal to you, because this sign is just the beginning. This confirmation is just the first of many. This word is just the gateway to a series of revelations I will give you in the coming days, weeks, and months. Because I have much more to tell you. I have much more to show you. I have much more to reveal to you about my plans for your life, about the strategies you need to use, about the times and seasons you need to know, about the doors that are about to open, about the connections that are about to happen, about the blessings that are about to manifest. And I use this channel to guide you step by step, to reveal to you layer by layer, to prepare you step by step, because I don't do everything at once. I don't reveal everything all at once. I will guide you progressively. I will show you as you are ready to receive. I will reveal to you as you are prepared to walk. And each video I release here is a piece of the puzzle of your victory. Every word I speak is a key that opens a different door. Every revelation I bring is a map that guides you to the next level. And if you miss a word, you could miss crucial instruction. If you miss a revelation, you could miss important timing. If you miss a video, you could miss the key that unlocks the door you're trying to open. Like this video and subscribe to this channel now, because I have specific signs and revelations for every area of your life. Because when you subscribe, you're not just following a channel, you're connecting to a source. You're plugging into a river. You're aligning yourself with the flow of revelation that I have established for my children. And I don't want you to be disconnected. I don't want you to miss what I'm saying. I don't want you to fall behind while others are advancing, because there is a generation of sons and daughters who are hungry for my voice, who are thirsty for my revelations, who are desperate to hear what I'm saying in this hour. And I am speaking, I am revealing, I am showing things that were hidden. I am bringing to light strategies that were hidden. I am unraveling mysteries that were sealed. And you need to be connected to receive. You need to be tuned in to hear. You need to be aligned to understand. Because I speak, but not everyone hears. I reveal, but not everyone sees. I show, but not everyone perceives. And I don't want you to be one of those who miss out. I don't want you to be one of those who falls behind. I don't want you to be one of those who later says, I didn't know, I didn't hear, I didn't see, because I am warning you now. I am calling you now. I am inviting you now to be part of this movement, to connect with this flow, to align with this revelation. And when you like, you are saying, Lord, I want more. When you subscribe, you are saying, Lord, I don't want to miss anything. When you turn on notifications, you are saying, Lord, let me know every time you speak, and this attitude pleases me. This attitude honors me. This hunger moves me to pour out even more, because I give more to those who want more. I reveal more to those who seek more. I pour out more on those who thirst for more. So, don't be content with this word alone. Don't be satisfied with this sign alone. Don't stop at this revelation alone, because there is much more than you can imagine. Much more than you could ask for, much more than you could dream of, and I want to give you all of this. I want to reveal all of this to you. I want to show you all of this, but you need to be connected. You need to be attentive. You need to be ready to receive. My son, my daughter, now I need to reveal something to you about God's timing that will completely change the way you see the moment you are living. There is a spiritual principle you need to understand, a pattern that repeats itself in all great victories, a truth that will give you the strength to endure when everything seems impossible. And that truth is this: just before dawn, the night is darkest. Think about it. When the sun is about to rise, when the light is about to break the horizon, when the new day is about to begin, there is a moment when the darkness seems more intense than ever, when everything seems blacker, when the night seems heavier. But that darkness does not mean that dawn will not come. On the contrary, that darkness is the sign that dawn is near. It is the night's last attempt to prevail before being overcome by the light. It is the final moment before transformation occurs, and the same happens in your life. Just before the harvest, the ground seems drier. When the farmer plants the seed, he waters it, he tends it, he waits, and there comes a moment, just before the plant sprouts, when the earth seems more arid than ever, where it seems like nothing is happening, where it seems like the seed has died. But beneath that dry earth, something is happening. The seed is germinating, roots are forming, life is preparing to burst forth. And in a few days, that land that seemed dead will transform into a garden. That soil that seemed barren will bear fruit. That situation that seemed hopeless will become a testimony to a miracle. Just before the miracle, the test seems more intense. When I am about to do something supernatural in the life of one of my children, when I am about to make a radical change, when I am about to manifest the impossible, there comes a moment when everything seems to get worse, where the circumstances seem more difficult, where the pressure seems stronger, and many give up at that very point. Many throw in the towel just when they were inches from victory. Many abandon the race when they were just meters from the finish line, because they interpret the intensity of the test as a sign that it won't work. They see the darkness and think the dawn won't come. They feel the pressure and conclude they'll be crushed. But I'm telling you today, if right now you feel like everything is harder than ever, if circumstances seem heavier, if the pressure seems more intense, this isn't a sign of defeat. It's a sign of proximity. It's not evidence that it won't happen. It's evidence that it's about to happen. It's not proof that I've abandoned you. It's proof that I'm about to surprise you. Because you're on the last stretch. You're in the final moments before the turnaround. You're in the darkness before the dawn. And the enemy knows it. He senses when you're close to your victory. He senses when you're about to cross to the other side. He sees when you're just steps away from possessing the promise. And that's precisely why he intensifies his attacks. That's why he increases the pressure. That's why he makes everything seem worse, because he's desperate. He knows that if you hold on a little longer, if you hold on a few more days, if you keep your faith a few more hours, you will get through, you will win, you will possess, and he will lose. So he throws everything he has at you. He uses every weapon in his arsenal. He tries every way to make you give up, make you doubt, make you give up everything. But I am revealing his strategy to you now. I am showing you what is happening behind the scenes. I am giving you spiritual vision so that you will not be deceived by the intensity of the moment. Because intensity is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of imminence. Darkness is not evidence of defeat. It is evidence that dawn is coming. Pressure is not proof that you will not succeed. It is proof that you are about to. So don't give up now. Don't throw everything away just when you are closest. Don't abandon the race when you are just a few feet from victory. Because I have brought you this far. I have sustained you to this point. I have kept you through all the previous battles, and I will not abandon you now. I will not let you fall when you are so close. I will not allow you to lose when victory is so near. Resist, hold on, keep standing, because your dawn is coming, your harvest is coming, your miracle is on its way, and nothing and no one will be able to stop it. My son, my daughter, I need you to understand where you are right now. You are not at the beginning of the journey. You are not halfway. You are in the last stretch. You are in the final meters before the finish line. You are in the final moments before victory manifests itself. And this is the hardest stretch. This is the most challenging moment. This is the point where most people give up, because this is where fatigue hits hardest. This is where exhaustion weighs the most. This is where the temptation to give up seems most appealing. But I am telling you, don't give up now. Don't stop just when you are so close. Don't abandon the race with only a few meters remaining, because if you stop now, you will lose everything you have achieved so far. You will waste the entire journey. You will throw away all the effort, all the suffering, all the resistance you have demonstrated up to this point. And I don't want that for you. I didn't bring you this far so you would give up before you possessed the promise. I didn't sustain you in all the previous battles so you would fall in the last one. I didn't keep you through every valley so you could stumble at the top of the mountain. So I need you to make a decision now, a firm decision, an unshakable decision. A decision that no matter what comes, no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, you will resist, you will remain. You will keep standing until you see victory manifest. And I know you're tired, I know you're exhausted, I know you feel like you have no strength left, but I have the strength for you, I have the breath for you, I have the energy for you. And when you decide to resist, when you choose not to give up, when you determine to continue, I empower you, I strengthen you, I renew you. Because the strength you need for this last stretch doesn't come from you, it comes from me. The energy you need for these final moments isn't in you, it's in me. The resilience you need to endure until the end isn't yours, it's mine, and I give it to you. I lend it to you. I empower you with my strength, with my energy, with my resistance. Enjoy this video now as a declaration of war, telling the enemy, I will not give up. I will resist until I see my victory. Because this isn't just a gesture, it's an act of spiritual resistance. It's a declaration of war. It's you telling the enemy that he won't knock you down, that he won't make you give up, that he won't steal your victory. And when you make this declaration, when you take this stand, when you assume this posture of resistance, something changes in the spiritual world. The demons retreat, the forces of darkness retreat, the attacks lose their power, because they see that you won't give in. They realize that you won't give up. They understand that you will resist until the end. And when the enemy sees this determination, when he perceives this firmness, when he understands that you won't be moved, he gives up, he retreats, he will look for another target. Because he doesn't waste time on those who are determined to win. He doesn't waste energy on those who have decided to resist. He doesn't attack those who are firm on the rock. So be that person. Be the one who doesn't budge. Be the one who doesn't give up. Be the one who resists until the end. Because victory belongs to those who resist. The crown belongs to those who endure. The promise belongs to those who don't give up. And you will endure. You will remain. You will keep standing. Not because you are strong, but because I am strong in you. Not because you are able, but because I am able through you. Not because you have strength, but because I give you my strength. And with my strength, you are unbeatable. With my power, you are invincible. With my empowerment, you are unstoppable. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders, firm your feet, because you are on the last stretch, and you will make it through. You will overcome. You will possess everything I have promised. My son, my daughter, I need to reveal something to you about what's happening behind the scenes spiritually in your life right now. The enemy is desperate. He's panicking. He's using every weapon he has against you. And do you know why? Because he knows something you may not yet fully grasp. He knows you're dangerously close to your victory. He knows You're just steps away from crossing over to the other side. He knows you're about to possess everything I promised, and this terrifies him. It despairs him. It makes him act frantically. That's why he's trying to make you doubt. He's whispering lies in your ear. He's bringing thoughts of giving up into your mind. He's putting people in your path and to discourage you. He's using circumstances to make you question whether it's worth continuing. But I want you to understand his strategy. When the enemy intensifies his attacks, it's not because you're losing, it's because you're winning. When he increases the pressure, it's not because you're weak. It's because you're too strong for his liking. When he tries every way to bring you down, it's not because you're defeated, it's because you're dangerously close to victory. And he knows that if you hold out a little longer, if you hold on a few more days, if you keep your faith a few more hours, it's over for him. You will get through, you will win, you will possess, and he will lose everything he tried to steal from you. So don't fall into his trap. Don't believe his lies. Don't listen to his whispers, because all he's doing is a desperate attempt to make you stop before you arrive. It's a final effort to make you give up before you possess him. It's a final attack before he has to retreat in defeat. But I also need to tell you something. Right now, there's someone you know who is exactly at that point. Someone who is on the last stretch before victory. Someone who is being intensely attacked. Someone who is seriously considering giving up. And that person needs to hear what I just told you. They need to understand that the intensity of the attack is a sign of the proximity of victory. She needs to know that the darkness she's feeling is the darkness before the dawn. She needs to be strengthened before it's too late. Share this word now, because when you strengthen the faith of another, I strengthen your faith and bring provision to where you need it, because there's a spiritual law that works like this. What you sow, you reap. When you strengthen others, I strengthen you. When you encourage others, I encourage you. When you lift others, I lift you. And right now, someone needs the strength you'll convey through this word. Someone needs the encouragement that will come through your sharing. Someone needs to be lifted up through your obedience. And when you do this, when you become an instrument of strengthening for others, you too are strengthened. When you become a channel of encouragement, you too are encouraged. When you lift others, you too are lifted up. Because I honor those who help my children, I reward those who strengthen my servants. I bless those who encourage those who are about to give up. So don't keep this word to yourself. Don't be selfish with the encouragement you've received. Don't withhold the strength I've given you. Spread it, share it, propagate it, because lives depend on it, destinies depend on it, victories depend on it. And when you obey, when you act, when you share, you're not just helping others, you're activating blessings in your own life, you're releasing provision for your own situation, you're accelerating the manifestation of your own victory, because what you do for others, I do for you. What you sow in the lives of others, I reap in yours. What you give, I multiply back to you. So be a channel, be an instrument, be a bridge, and see what I will do not only through you, but also in you. My son, my daughter, now I need to give you a very clear instruction, an order, a command that you must obey if you want to see everything I promised manifest in your life. And that instruction is this: keep your faith firm, no matter what happens, no matter what you see, no matter what you feel, keep your faith firm. Because faith is the channel through which my promises flow from the spiritual world to the natural world. Faith is the bridge that connects what I have already decreed in heaven with what will manifest on earth. Faith is the key that unlocks the blessings I have already prepared for you. And if you let go of faith, you interrupt the flow. If you abandon faith, you break the bridge. If you lose faith, you lock the door. So, it doesn't matter what you see with your natural eyes right now. It doesn't matter if your bank account is empty. It doesn't matter if the doors still seem closed. It doesn't matter if the circumstances haven't changed yet. Because what you see with your natural eyes is not the final reality. It is only the temporary reality. The ultimate reality is what I have already decreed in the spiritual world. And this reality is about to invade the natural world. It is about to become visible. It is about to manifest tangibly. But you must hold fast to your faith until it does. No matter what circumstances say, they lie, they are temporary, they are subject to change. But my word does not change. My word does not lie. My word stands forever, and my word is above all circumstances. It is above all impossibilities. It is above all limitations. When I speak, circumstances must align. When I decree, impossibilities must bend. When I promise, limitations must break. So keep your faith not in what you see, but in what I have spoken. Not in circumstances, but in my word. Not in appearances, but in my promises. But I also need to tell you something important. To keep your faith strong, you must keep listening to my voice. You must keep feeding yourself with prophetic words. You must stay connected to the source. Because faith comes by hearing, and hearing comes by the word of God. The more you hear my word, the more your faith grows. The more you feed on prophecies, the more your confidence grows. The more you connect with me, the more your certainty grows. Subscribe to this channel now, because I use this space to strengthen your faith daily and remind you of my promises. Because you can't live on a word you heard months ago. You can't sustain yourself on a prophecy you received years ago. You need a fresh word. You need new revelation. You need daily nourishment. And I use this channel to feed you, to nourish you, to strengthen you day after day. Each video is a spiritual meal. Each word is a nutrient for your faith. Each revelation is a vitamin for your spirit. And if you don't feed yourself regularly, you weaken. If you don't nourish yourself constantly, you faint. If you don't strengthen yourself daily, you waver. And I don't want you to weaken. I don't want you to faint. I don't want you to waver. I want you to remain strong, firm, unwavering, until you see everything I promised fully manifest. So connect, subscribe, stay connected to this source of strengthening, because in the days ahead, you will need strong faith. You will need unshakable conviction. You will need absolute certainty. And I will give you all of this through the words I will continue to release here, through the revelations I will continue to bring, through the prophecies I will continue to declare. So don't disconnect. Don't drift away. Don't miss a single word, because each one is essential. Each one is important. Each one is part of the complete plan I have for your life. Keep your faith firm, and I will sustain you to the end. My son, my daughter, there is something very powerful that happens when you declare your faith publicly, when you confess before others, when you are not ashamed to show who you trust. Because private declaration has its value, secret prayer has its power, confession in your closet has its importance, but public declaration has a different authority. It has greater spiritual weight. It has a force that moves heaven in a special way. Because when you declare publicly, you are making a pact. You are making a commitment. You are taking a stand before witnesses, and this has consequences in the spiritual world. It activates heavenly principles. It releases power in a unique way. When you say only in your heart that you believe, I hear. But when you declare before others that you believe, I act. When you confess only in secret prayer, I receive. But when you confess publicly, I honor. When you keep your faith to yourself, I see. But when you show your faith to others, I reward. Because public declaration is an act of courage. It is an act of commitment. It is an act of faith that is not ashamed. And I honor those who are not ashamed of me. I reward those who confess me publicly. I bless those who declare their trust in me before others. Write in the comments now, "My faith is firm," or "I believe in the word of the Lord," because this public declaration is an anchor for your soul in difficult days. Because when you make this declaration, when you write these words, when you take this stand publicly, you are creating an anchor, a reference point, a memorial. And in the days to come, when doubt tries to attack you, when fear tries to paralyze you, when discouragement tries to bring you down, you will be able to come back here. You will be able to read what you declared. You will be able to see the commitment you made, and that will strengthen you. It will remind you. It will anchor you in the truth you confessed, because there will be days when you will need this anchor, days when the waves will crash, days when the wind will blow violently, days when everything will try to move you from your position of faith. And on those days, this declaration you made today will be the anchor that keeps you firm. It will be the weight that keeps you from being swept away. It will be the security that keeps you in place. And you will look at these words and say, "I have declared that my faith is firm. I have confessed that I believe in the word of the Lord, and I will not go back. I will not deny what I have declared. I will not abandon what I have confessed." Because public declaration has this power. It commits you. It anchors you. It keeps you firm when everything tries to move you. And I also want you to know that when you honor me publicly, I honor you powerfully. When you are not ashamed to declare your faith in me before others, I am not ashamed to manifest my glory in your life before everyone. When you confess me publicly, I bless you publicly. When you exalt me before others, I exalt you before circumstances, and the blessing that comes to those who honor me publicly is different. It is greater, it is more visible, it is more impactful, because I make a point of showing everyone that I care for those who trust in me. I make a point of demonstrating that I do not abandon those who do not abandon me. I make a point of proving that I am faithful to those who are faithful to me. So don't be afraid to declare. Don't be ashamed to confess. Don't worry about what others will think, because this declaration is not for them. It's for me. It's between you and me. It's a covenant you're making with me right now. And when you declare, when you confess, when you take this stand, I commit to you. I obligate myself to honor you. Not because I'm forced, but because I choose to reward those who trust in me. Because I choose to bless those who are not ashamed of me. Because I choose to exalt those who exalt me. So declare now, write these words down, make this covenant public. And in the days to come, when you need strength, when you need reminders, when you need an anchor, you will come back here. You will read what you declared, and you will be strengthened. You will be reminded. You will be anchored in the truth you confessed today. My son, my daughter, now is the time for you to make a decision, a conscious decision, a deliberate decision, a decision that will determine what happens from now on in your life. And that decision is, will you trust me regardless of what you see? Will you believe my word above all circumstances? Will you keep your faith firm even when everything seems contrary? Because this isn't a decision you make once and that's it. It's a decision you need to renew every day. It's a choice you need to make every morning when you wake up. It's a stance you need to take every time doubt tries to attack you. And I'm asking you now, are you determined? Are you committed? Are you determined to trust me no matter what? Because if you are, if you've truly made this decision, if you've truly made this commitment, then nothing will be able to move you. Nothing will be able to shake you. Nothing will be able to make you give up. Circumstances will try to convince you otherwise. They will scream that it won't work. They will show you evidence that it's impossible. They will present evidence that you are wasting your time. But if you have decided to trust me above your circumstances, you will look at them and say, "You lie. You are temporary. You are subject to change. But the word of my God stands forever." People will try to discourage you. They will tell you you are being deceived. They will assert that you need to be more realistic. They will suggest that you should give up and move on. But if you have decided to believe my word above your opinions, you will look at them and say, "You don't know my God. You haven't seen what he has done for me. You don't know what he is capable of." The enemy will try to plant doubts in your mind. He will whisper that I have forgotten you. He will insinuate that I will not deliver. He will suggest that you are waiting in vain. But if you have decided to hold firm to your faith despite the attacks, you will look at him and say, "Shut up, you are a liar, you are defeated, and you have no authority over my life." Enjoy this video now as a seal of that decision, declaring, "Lord, I will keep my faith firm regardless of what I see or feel." Because that like isn't just a click. It's a seal, it's a signature. It's you putting your name under that decision. It's you saying, "I make this commitment, I take this stand, I make this choice." And when you seal that decision, when you sign that commitment, when you mark that choice, something happens in the spiritual world. You become untouchable to the enemy. You become unshakable in the face of circumstances. You become unstoppable on the path to victory. Because whoever decides to trust me, no matter what, becomes a fortress. Whoever chooses to believe in my word above all becomes a rock. Whoever determines to keep their faith firm no matter what becomes invincible. And I honor that decision. I reward that commitment. I bless that determination. Because when I see a son of mine, a daughter of mine, who has decided to trust me no matter what, who has chosen to believe in me no matter the cost, who has determined to remain steadfast no matter what, I move, I act, I intervene powerfully. Because this is the faith that pleases me. This is the trust that honors me. This is the determination that moves me to do the impossible. And I will do the impossible in your life. I will manifest what seems unfeasible. I will accomplish what seems unrealizable. Because you chose to trust, because you chose to believe, because you determined to remain steadfast. And that decision changes everything. That commitment transforms everything. That determination alters everything. So hold that position. Don't back down. Don't change your mind. Don't abandon that decision, because it is the key. It is the bridge. It is the channel through which everything I promised will flow into your life. Keep your faith firm, no matter what you see with your natural eyes, no matter what your bank account says, no matter what circumstances show, because my word is above all of that. My promise is greater than all of that. My power is greater than all of that. And I will fulfill, I will manifest, I will accomplish everything I spoke, because you trusted, because you believed, because you kept your faith firm until the end. My son, my daughter, now I need you to do something very important. I need you to prepare yourself, prepare your heart to receive, prepare your mind for change, prepare your life for the testimony you are about to live. Because what I am about to do in your life is not just for you. It is not just for your personal benefit. It is not just for your individual satisfaction. It is bigger than that. It is deeper than that. It is more comprehensive than that. When this manifests, when the house becomes yours, when the promise is fulfilled, your story will be used to give hope to thousands of people. People who are going through exactly what you went through. People who are crying the same tears you cried. People who are facing the same battles you faced. And when they hear your story, when they see your testimony, when they witness your victory, something will happen within them. Hope will be reborn, faith will be rekindled, courage will be restored, because they will look to you and say, if God did it for him, he can do it for me. If God fulfilled his promise to her, he can fulfill it for me too. If God turned his hand, he can turn mine around. And that's why your pain had a purpose. That's why your struggle had meaning. That's why your suffering was not in vain. Because all of this was preparing you. All of this was shaping you. All of this was positioning you for this moment, for this turning point, for this testimony. I don't waste pain. I don't waste suffering. I don't waste tears. I transform everything into testimony. I convert everything into glory. I use everything to demonstrate my power. And your victory will be living proof that I still perform miracles, that I still change stories, that I still transform destinies, that I am still the God of the impossible. So prepare yourself. Prepare your heart to receive not only the blessing, but also the responsibility that comes with it. The responsibility to witness, the responsibility to share, the responsibility to be an instrument of hope for others. Prepare your mind for change. Because when I change your situation, I also need to change your mindset. When I take you from a place, I need to take that place from within you. When I take you to a new level, I need to prepare you to live at that level and prepare your life for testimony. Because when people see what I did, they'll want to know how it happened. They'll want to understand the process. They'll want to hear the full story, and you'll need to be ready to tell it, ready to testify, ready to glorify my name through your story. Write 7,777 inches the comments now, declaring that you are ready to receive, because this number activates my action and accelerates fulfillment. Because 7,777 is the code for multiplied completeness. It is the number of divine perfection in its maximum expression. It is the declaration that you are aligned with what I am doing, that you are prepared for what I am bringing, that you are ready for what I am releasing. And when you declare this number, when you write these digits, when you prophesy this sequence, you are saying, Lord, I am ready. May it pour out. I have received, I accept, I prepare. And this declaration accelerates the process. This confession hastens the manifestation. This prophecy anticipates the fulfillment. Because I am waiting for your readiness. I am awaiting your preparation. I am observing your willingness. And when I see that you are ready, when I perceive that you have prepared yourself, when I notice that you are willing, I release, I pour out. I manifest all that I have already set aside for you. So declare your readiness, write the code, prophesy completion, and prepare yourself to receive what I have already prepared, to witness what I have already decreed, to live what I have already established. My son, my daughter, part of your preparation is to begin to act like someone who has already received. Not like someone who is still waiting, not like someone who is still in doubt, but like someone who already possesses, like someone who has already conquered, like someone who already lives in victory. Because in my time, which is the time that truly matters, you have already received. In the spiritual world, where things are established before they manifest, the house is already yours. The decree has already been signed. The promise has already been fulfilled. All that remains is to appear in the natural world. All that remains is to become visible to human eyes. And when you act like someone who has already received, you accelerate this manifestation. You hasten this fulfillment. You anticipate this realization. And one of the ways to act like someone who has already received is to share, because someone who has already been blessed does not keep the blessing to themselves. Someone who has already experienced the miracle does not hide their testimony. Someone who has seen the hand of God at work does not remain silent. They share, they spread, they propagate. Share this word now as a prophetic act, acting as if your victory has already happened, because in my time it has already happened. Because when you share before seeing the full manifestation, when you witness before experiencing the totality, when you spread the word before physically possessing, you are operating in prophetic faith. You are operating at the level where I operate. You are functioning in the dimension where I function, and this releases power, this activates provision, this accelerates fulfillment. Because prophetic faith doesn't wait to see to believe. It believes and therefore sees. It doesn't wait to possess to witness. It witnesses and therefore possesses. It doesn't wait to experience to share. It shares and therefore experiences. So share now. Don't wait for the house to be in your hands. Don't wait for the keys to be in your pocket. Don't wait to live inside it. Share now as if it already is, as if it were already yours, as if it had already happened, because in God's timing it already is, it already was, it already happened. And when you act in this dimension, when you operate at this level, when you function at this frequency, you bring the future into the present. You draw from the spiritual to the natural. You manifest the invisible in the visible. So be prophetic, be anticipatory, be activating, and see what I will do through your faith that acts before seeing. My son, my daughter, your victory will be living proof that I still perform miracles, that I am still active, that I still care, that I still intervene in the lives of my children. Because there are many people who doubt, who question whether I really exist, who wonder if I truly care about their problems, who wonder if I truly have the power to change impossible situations. And when they see what I have done in their lives, when they witness the transformation I have wrought, when they witness the miracle I have performed, their doubt will dissipate, faith will be born, hope will blossom, because they will look at you and say, if God did it for him, he can do it for me too. If God got her out of that situation, he can get me out of mine. If God fulfilled his promise to that person, he can fulfill it for me. And you will be a beacon of hope in the midst of darkness, a light that shines to guide others who are lost, a living testimony that it's worth trusting, worth believing, worth enduring. Because your story isn't just yours. Your testimony isn't just for your benefit. Your victory isn't just for your satisfaction. It all has a greater purpose, a broader reach, a deeper impact. Your pain has prepared you to comfort others in pain. Your struggle has empowered you to encourage others who are struggling. Your suffering has equipped you to strengthen others who are suffering. Because you know what it's like to be at rock bottom. You know the feeling of no way out. You've experienced the despair of feeling like you can't make it. And when you witness to someone in that place, your words will carry weight. Your testimony will have authority. Your story will have power. Because you're not speaking theory, you're speaking experience. You're not repeating what you've heard. You're sharing what you've experienced. You're not telling other people's stories. You're narrating your own journey. And that makes all the difference. It touches you differently. It transforms you in a bit unique way. So prepare yourself not just to receive the blessing, but to be the blessing. Not just to experience the miracle, but to witness the miracle. Not just to experience victory, but to inspire others to victory. Because you are more than a receiver. You are a propagator. You are more than a beneficiary. You are an ambassador. You are more than someone who has been blessed. You are someone who will bless. My son, my daughter, I want to close this word by reaffirming what I have decreed over your life. This house is already yours today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Today, now, at this very moment. Not because you already see it with your natural eyes. Not because you already have the keys in your hand. Not because you are already living inside it, but because I have already decreed it in heaven. And what I decree in heaven manifests itself on earth. Always, without exception, without fail. It may take as long as I determine. It may happen in the way I choose. It may manifest itself along the path I trace. But it will happen with absolute certainty, with complete guarantee, with complete assurance, because my word does not return void. My decree does not go unfulfilled. My promise does not fail, and I promise this house to you. I have decreed this blessing upon you. I have established this provision for you. So it is only a matter of time. It is only a matter of momentum. It is only a matter of manifestation, and that time is now. That moment is this. This manifestation is near. You are closer than you imagine. You are closer than you think. You are just a few steps away from seeing with your own eyes what I have already established in the spiritual world. So keep your faith, keep your hope, keep your eyes on me. Because what I am about to do in your life will leave everyone speechless. It will surprise even you. It will exceed your expectations. Because I don't do things halfway. I don't give crumbs. I don't bless mediocrely. When I bless abundantly. When I provide generously. When I give fully. And this house is just the beginning. It is just the first manifestation of a season of abundance that I am ushering in your life. It is merely the gateway to a new level of blessings you have never experienced before, because I have so much more for you, so much more to give you, so much more to reveal to you, so much more to show you, and I will keep talking, I will keep revealing, I will keep guiding you step by step on this journey. Like this video and subscribe to this channel now, because I have prophetic decrees for every area of your life that you cannot miss. Because every word I release here is a piece of the complete puzzle of your victory. Every revelation I bring is a map that guides you to the next level. Every decree I make is a key that opens a different door. And I don't want you to miss anything. I don't want you to fall behind. I don't want you to stumble for lack of direction. That's why I established this channel. That's why I consecrated this space. That's why I anointed this altar, so that you have direct access to my voice, to my instructions, to my revelations. And when you subscribe, when you connect, when you stay connected, you ensure you won't miss any word I have to tell you, any revelation I have to bring you, any decree I have to make over your life. Because I speak continuously, I reveal progressively, I guide step by step, and you need to be connected to hear, tuned in to receive, aligned to understand. So don't disconnect, don't turn away, don't miss what I still have to reveal to you. Because this word about the home is powerful, but I have words about your finances, about your family, about your health, about your relationships, about your purpose, about your destiny, and I will release each of them at the right time, at the exact moment, at the perfect time, and you need to be here to receive it. You need to be connected to hear it. You need to be subscribed so you don't miss it, because your complete victory depends not only on this word, but on all the words I will still give you. So stay, connect, subscribe, and prepare to receive everything I have for you. My son, my daughter, I want you to imagine something with me now. Imagine the moment all this unfolds. Imagine the day you receive the keys to that house. Imagine the moment you set foot inside it for the first time. Imagine the feeling of looking around and realizing, this is mine, this is truly mine. God has fulfilled his promise. And at that moment, people will begin to ask. They will want to know how it happened. They will question how you did it. They will investigate the path you took. And when they ask you, when they come to you with curiosity, with admiration, with amazement, you will have only one answer to give, an honest answer, a truthful answer, an answer that glorifies my name. You will say, it wasn't me, it was God. It wasn't my strength, it was his power. It wasn't my ability, it was his provision. It wasn't my strategy, it was his plan. It was his promise fulfilled. It was his faithfulness manifested. It was his goodness revealed. And this confession will glorify my name. It will exalt my faithfulness. It will testify to my love for my children. And that's exactly what I want. May your life be a megaphone that announces to the world, God is real, God is faithful, God fulfills what he promises. But before that day comes, before that manifestation happens, before that moment is realized, I need you to do something now. I need you to declare. I need you to prophesy. I need you to activate through your words what I have already decreed in heaven, because there is power in declaration, there is authority in confession, there is strength in the prophecy that comes from your mouth. When you declare what I have already decreed, you align the natural world with the spiritual world. When you confess what I have already established, you create a bridge between the invisible and the visible. When you prophesy what I have already determined, you accelerate the manifestation. Write in the comments now, this house is already mine today, because your public declaration activates my manifestation in your life. Because when you declare this, when you write these words, when you confess publicly, you are not just repeating what I have spoken. You are agreeing with what I have decreed. You are aligning your faith with my word. You are activating in the natural world what I have already established in the spiritual world. And this declaration has consequences. It moves angels. It activates provisions. It accelerates processes. It releases resources. It opens doors. It connects people. It aligns circumstances. Everything begins to conspire in your favor when you declare in faith what I have already decreed in power. So don't be afraid to declare. Don't be ashamed to confess. Don't worry about what others will think when they read your declaration, because this declaration is not for them. It is for me. It is between you and me. It is a covenant you are making with me right now. It is you saying, Lord, I receive what you have decreed. I believe what you have promised. I am ready for what you have prepared. And when I hear this declaration, when I see this confession, when I witness this prophecy coming from your mouth, I move, I act, I intervene powerfully, because you're not just passively waiting, you're actively participating. You're not just waiting in silence, you're declaring in faith. You're not just hoping it will happen, you're prophesying it will happen. And this active stance, this declarative faith, this confessional prophecy releases my power in a special way. It moves me to act in a unique way. It commits me to manifesting in an accelerated way. So declare now, write these words, make this public confession, and prepare to see what I will do. Prepare to witness manifestation. Prepare to experience the fulfillment. Because when you declare in faith, I manifest in power. When you confess in confidence, I fulfill in glory. When you prophesy in certainty, I fulfill in fullness. This house is already yours, not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, but because I decreed it. and what I decree comes to pass. What I promise comes to pass. What I establish comes to pass. Always, without exception, without fail. So declare it, confess it, prophesy it, and see the impossible happen before your eyes. My son, my daughter, this house is already yours today, not because you can still see it with your eyes, but because I have already decreed it in heaven, and what I decree in heaven manifests itself on earth. It's only a matter of time, and that time is now. Keep your faith, no matter what you see around you, no matter what the circumstances say, no matter what your bank account shows. Because my word is above all of this. My promise is greater than all of this. My power is superior to all of this. Keep your hope. Don't let discouragement steal you. Don't allow delay to discourage you. Don't allow waiting to weaken you, because the hope that is anchored in me never disappoints. The expectation that is founded on me word never fails. The trust that is placed in my character is never shamed. Keep your eyes on me. Don't look to the sides. Don't look back. Don't look at the circumstances. Look at me. Fix your eyes on me. Focus on me. Because when you look at me, you see possibilities where others see impossibilities. When you focus on me, you see paths where others see dead ends. When you fix your eyes on me, you perceive solutions where others see only problems. And what I am about to do in your life will leave everyone speechless. It will amaze your friends. It will impress your family. It will silence the critics. It will silence the scoffers. Because it will be so great, so visible, so undeniable that no one will be able to attribute it to anything other than my hand. No one will be able to explain it any other way than by my intervention. No one will be able to justify it any other way than by my power. And when they ask you how you did it, you will say with complete confidence, it wasn't me, it was God. It was HIS promise. It was HIS faithfulness. It was HIS love for me. This is my word to you today. Receive. Don't just hear, receive. Don't just listen, accept. Don't just agree, own. Because this word has power. This word has authority. This word has life, and it will be fulfilled exactly as I declared. Believe. Even when everything seems contrary, even when circumstances scream otherwise, even when logic says it's impossible, believe, because faith is not based on what you see, but on what I have spoken. Trust is not based on circumstances, but on my word. Certainty is not based on appearances, but on my promises. And prepare for your miracle, prepare your heart, prepare your mind, prepare your life, because it is coming. It is closer than you imagine. It is about to manifest itself. I am the Lord your God, and this house is yours today. Amen.